The worst of Monday's miserable weather missed Chelmsford, where Essex made excellent progress on the second day of their LV County Championship match with Glamorgan, a day when Jesse Ryder grabbed the best figures of his first-class career of 6 for 47. He'd already taken the first 3 wickets to fall on the previous evening, which had the visitors resuming their first innings on 40 for 3 in reply to Essex's 279 all out. And in the 14 balls we could have in a weather-affected morning session, just after hitting that boundary, Jacques Rudolph gave the Kiwi wicket number 4. Quite how he was then able to grab the 6th 5-wicket haul of his career after another short break for rain, only Chris Cook can tell you. He won't want to be reminded of this shot too many times. It was caught by Tom Wesley. And that left Glamorgan on 59 for 5. Ryder with figures at this stage of 5 for 23 from 7 overs. Mark Wallace and Colin Ingram now had to use all of their experience to try to dig their side out of a hole. The Welshmen have not been in this kind of position before too many times this summer, which is why they are, along with Yorkshire, the only undefeated team in Championship cricket this year. These two took the total up to 96. Only for Wallace on 21 to be given out LBW to David Masters in the second over of his new spell. Understandably, Ryder delivered a long spell, and for the first time in his career, he had 6 wickets to his name when Craig Macheda was another LBW victim. That left Glamorgan on 107 for 7, still 23 runs away from avoiding being invited to follow on. That was taken out of James Foster's hands when Ingram swatted Masters over the rope for 6. Something Graham Wagg repeated soon afterwards with this thumping shot. But next ball, Masters had his man, as the informed Wagg, with 13 runs to his name on this occasion, tried to repeat the shot but missed time to Nick Brown at mid-on. That ended one Masters over, and he started his next by sneaking the ball round the back of Ingram's legs to bowl him for 43, a wicket which left the visitors on 139 for 9, 140 runs behind. So it was left to David Lloyd to try to get as many runs as he could. He flicked Graham Napier for 6, but then he lost last man Michael Hogan at the other end, bowled off his leg by the same bowler. Glamorgan were all out for 162, Ryder with 6 for 47 and Masters 3 for 53. That gave Essex a first innings lead of 117, and although the last session of the day had a break for light, Brown and Liam Dawson at the top of the order in place of Jake Mickleborough, who was suffering with back spasms, added 78 more runs to that in the 24 overs that were possible. In spite of a failure in the first innings here, Brown is in very good nick right now, and he was to make sure that this was to turn out to be one of the worst days Glamorgan have suffered this season. Dawson is at Essex trying to find some form after being lent out for a month by Hampshire, where he's not been at his best this year. So this was a confidence-building innings from the 25-year-old, who wants to confirm his side's dominance in this game on a day where around half the overs were lost to the weather. In spite of that time lost, this game has moved on at a pace, and Essex will be very confident about sending their opposition to a first defeat of the summer. With Brown on 42 and Dawson on 30, Essex will resume again on the third morning on 78 without loss for a healthy lead of 195.